Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is a balls deep of a game called F.E.A.R 2, Project Origin. First encounter Assault Reconnaissance, I think is the acronym, of one of the greatest first-person shooters ever made. And this is the sequel. Not one of the greatest shooters ever made, but a very fun game with a lot going for it, even if it does water down almost everything that made the first game truly amazing. And there's not many cases where I can often say that we really didn't deserve the sequel that we got, but this was one of them, and it's difficult to put into words, so let's play a little bit of this, shall we? It's on the PC. I've played a couple levels. I've been practicing with my mouse, you know, gotta play some levels. And if you don't know what this game is, hang on a second, I don't want to start a new game. How do you continue? There you go, that one. These fucking, like, mid-2000 PC ports are so garbage, it's so hilarious. You go into the menus, you can't even play half of these games in windowed mode, which I don't know what that's about. But they don't have any settings to play with, they don't give you many options, it's like, God, it must have been tough being a PC gamer with all this crazy fucking restrictions. But then again, if you are a PC gamer, you just go into the files and you edit stuff and you make it so that it works, right? Because you're super amazing at that and everything. Okay, I'm going to have to change the sensitivity. Apparently I've been playing on a different sensitivity on this one. So I think... let me see. Is it that button? There we go. That feels a little bit better. I've been messing around with sensitivities, guys. It's a work in progress. But this is F.E.A.R. And the screen's blinking. That's annoying. Yeah, so they're doing the, oh my god, scary things will happen to you part of the video game. Which, if you don't know much about F.E.A.R, F.E.A.R is a, like, John Woo-inspired first-person shooter action game with horror hybrids from, like, Korean and Japanese horror. I always felt like the horror in these games was a little shitty. It was just kind of there to give you an atmosphere, and every so often it'd do something that was like directly from The Ring. And I never found those films to be very good to begin with, so it never had much effect on me. I can finally change my controls back as well, to make this a bit more intuitive. So for some reason this game does not recognize that my mouse has buttons on the side of it. So when I do key bindings, it doesn't allow me to bind them at the side. I don't know why. It's very bizarre. Is it interaction that this counts as? So, I have my slow-mo on Q at the moment, but I want it on my my middle mouse button. So if I do that, it'll mess with this, and then I can put that back to being F, which is what it should have been. There we go. So now, I should be okay, because what I was doing, this mouse has an infinite scroller, but it also has a button to lock it down to being a traditional scroller. And because I didn't want to press buttons, I didn't know what they were, I didn't realise that it had this locking mechanism. So when I was trying to activate slow motion on this game, because the mouse is so sensitive and the scroll wheel rolls about like a twat, on some games it has you changing weapons like a moron all the time when you're just moving around, and on this game it had me going in and out of slow motion like an idiot. So I was getting fucked. Because this is on hard, even though this game is considerably easier than the first game. But you don't need it, it's unnecessary, you know? Oh, there was Alma, being all scary and spooky. And the music in these games is very impressive, all the time, just super oppression, always trying to make you feel scared as shit, so... if you're not a big fan of music that tries to trick you, then this game might not be for you. But one of the things that I always appreciated about F.E.A.R is it generally has a really nice pacing to it. I think this game's pacing is lesser so, but it's still good. Like this stuff. I blame Condemned for this. The first F.E.A.R had supernatural moments where it did things with the camera and it messed around with stuff and it got all like optical. Then Condemned 2 fucking ruined everything because everything started going dark then. And it went so dark that your torch wouldn't even penetrate to show you any kind of light. And I think it really affected how Monolith perceived making spooky moments, and instead of, you know, actively having an oppressive atmosphere and making it feel scary, they just made it so you could never see. So your screen's always been fucked with. Like, oh, big scary Asian woman, oh, she's naked. Like, I grew up with Alma's son, I was playing fucking F.E.A.R when I was a child, dog. I ain't scared of this garbage. And you know the fundamental failure in the horror aspects of F.E.A.R is that when Alma turns up, you're never in trouble. She's never a threat. You're never in danger. There's like 2 parts of the entire game where she interacts with you. Everything else, it's just like, she's not even, like, look at this. You see that? Oh, what do I press? So we're probably dying here, guys, because I don't know what that button is. I think it wants me to use a melee button, but I apparently don't have the melee button bound. Yeah, checkpoints in this game, not the best either. Okay. Should probably put that somewhere, right? Because my idea is, why would I need a melee attack? Because I'm not punching anything. This is not the first game. The first game had amazing melee stuff. This game has garbage melee stuff. So I'm going to put this to the dot. There you go. Number decimal. So I know that when we go into that corridor, I have to press that button. And the game's like, you don't even have the fucking button to press. How very dare you. But if I'd have pressed the button just then, I would have been in no threat whatsoever, because you're never in danger from her. So it doesn't lead to tension, it doesn't lead to horror, it just leads to, oh, Alma's back again, another one of these bullshit moments. And it's the opposite of fear. It's kind of mundane. Hi. Oh, you can shoot her, damn, sorry. Hope we don't fall on a spike, you big bitch. Alright, so she was on this corner, wasn't she? She just kind of rushed me here. Come get me, love. Yeah, bitch. See what I mean? And she's done. You're never in trouble. The only trouble you're in is if you don't bind a fucking key and then you die. But for the most, like, it's literally, she's never a threat. And in this game, they made her more of a threat. Dude, this flickering is so annoying. It's triggering me something fierce right now. There's no injectors here, something fun. But they changed so many aspects of the game. Every time you shot things in the first F.E.A.R, there were these wonderful particle effects on everything. Everything just shattered and sprayed all kinds of wonderful things. Look at this. Like, it's just not there. It doesn't exist anymore. All that cool John Woo-inspired slow-mo gunfight feeling is just not in the game. And then the slow motion itself isn't as slow as it was in the first game, so it doesn't even feel like you have the same advantage, and the gunfights don't feel as epic, because everything seems to move as fast as you do. And then you have things like the shotgun. The shotgun in F.E.A.R 1 was the biggest, most badass thing ever conceivable. Here we got a fella. Can I actually shoot this glass? I wonder if I can. How many? Is he just running in a circle? Interesting. Can we drop that? Oh, you couldn't break the glass anyway. But it, like, the shotgun was the most powerful gun in the game. If you got close to people, it turned them into just a big spray of blood. In this game, you can shoot people 3 times up close and they won't die from it. Like, it's so bizarre how they changed the priorities in the video game. But, like, nothing breaks. Nothing breaks. Nothing looks amazing. Nothing has all the great particulates happening. Like, the game was so good. And this is not a bad game, don't get me wrong, folks. I think there's a lot of fun to have in F.E.A.R 2. I like this game. But it's not a good F.E.A.R. And that's the issue. That's the problem with F.E.A.R 3, that's the problem with F.E.A.R 2. The biggest problem these games have is that they follow one of the most impressive first-person shooters I've ever played. Because they nailed the feeling of combat. Every gunfight in the first F.E.A.R is spectacular. It's these wonderful one-on-ones against these incredible enemies that know exactly what to do and want to survive, and you have these great firefights that are so memorable, and then you don't remember these games that follow it because they're not memorable at all. And they still have, like, a bastardized version of the replica AI. And I do think that there's a wonderful enemy in this game that has a tank on his back who's just a popcorn enemy. So you just spray him and he pops. And it's really fun. 1 second, guys. I don't have many settings to fuck with here, but the frame rate's capped at 60 right now, and I'm certain I was playing this in a higher frame rate. Never mind, it's just a recording. I would love to stream this game, but I don't know how to make it windowed mode, and without window mode I can't interact with chat. So I would have happily played this game on stream, because I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying, like, getting my aim back, feeling like I'm in control of my mouse and what have you. It's a fun experience. I remember this. These are the scrubbers. Yeah. So, one of the new enemy types in this game is this little emaciated, dirty man who runs on all fours, is incredibly quick, and grabs you and slashes you. And it just feels like something out of Condemned. It just feels shitty, basically. And they're in these faux horror moments where it's kind of spooky for no real reason other than because that's what F.E.A.R does best. And in this game's defense, I do think that the horror was implemented a little bit better in this one, because in the first game it just kind of cropped up every so often to make you feel uneasy, which I kind of liked. But you knew that you weren't in a threat when you played the game before. So if you've already played, you knew you were never in danger. And knowing you're not in danger is the ultimate way to cuckold fear. Look at Amnesia and Machine for Pigs. 90% of that game, nothing attacks you. When you first play, it's terrifying, because you're expecting something to attack. But when it never does, the second time through is very emboldening, isn't it? Because you know you're not in any kind of peril. And that is the enemy of the horror game, right? Can I go through this? Can I, like, jump crouch? No. Is it a window by any chance? Can I even see where... Am I on it? Was I stood on it then? It's a window. Okay. So this game is also very dark. It wants you to use your flashlight a lot. But to press G when I'm moving with WASD, it's not the most intuitive thing for my fingers. And I've got pretty big hands, but it's not a comfortable thing to do. So I generally just walk around the darkness a little bit, so I apologise if anybody gets triggered by me not using my torch. I appreciate these games can look very dark. Right, so we're going to get attacked by scrubbers now. Interesting. So it's probably going to try and jump scare us. So if I jump, I do apologise, guys, but I'm only human. Let's have a see. I know you're here somewhere, you big pussies. Where the fuck are you? The game also does a lot of bullshit with sound, where it's not honest. It'll make it sound like something's doing something. Oh, there we go. That was really dark. Where did he go? Oh, hi. They're very weak, though. Scary looking, but they're weak. More of the stupid screen nonsense that I hate. Did you notice how it doesn't look very dark there? And then when I got there, it was like fucking pitch black. Look at that. Like, not dark at all. I get there, pitch black. Anybody else? Anyone else want to fuck with me? No? Strange men. Don't touch the fire in this game either. The fire in this game is redonkulous. But if you played the first F.E.A.R was ridiculously difficult. If you played the first F.E.A.R on extreme, my goodness, you better use your slow-mo well or you are dead. Every time. Like, that game is legitimately very difficult, and I love it for it. This game is not. I don't know how you make this game after... Oh, there we go. I've been pressing Q so much, I'm not used to going into slow-mo, it threw me off. There we go. Hang on a second. No, it's you making all the noises. But another thing that this game I don't think does very well is the feeling of bullet sponginess. In the first game, the enemies took enough bullets to make the gunfight feel interesting, and to kind of balance out the game. Whereas in this one, I think some of the enemies just take way too many shots. Like, you'll put a full clip in them in slow motion, you'll come out of slow motion, and then they'll stand up. And it just doesn't feel good. Oh, hi there. You're quite finished. I do like the moving on the ceilings and stuff, it gives them a creepy vibe. But I still think the assassins are inconceivably better in every conceivable way. Don't even know why I said conceivably then. I should have said considerably. Oh, hi. Get fucked. Like, these guys take a good amount of damage. They take the amount they should take, I feel. Which is good. But the assassins, as I mentioned, the assassins are a much more interesting enemy for me. And they're better to look at, especially in this game, because they've got that wonderful rainbow, like, prismatic effect. And the only reason I'm playing this game again is because I want to do research for my book. I want to see that movement from the assassins and that rainbow effect. Because I want to see if it's as good as I remember it, or if my memory has warped it. Because there's a character in the new thing I want to write who's going to have a very similar visual effect. And it's going to be key to one of the powers that he has. That's going to be a secret until it's unveiled. but it's hopefully going to look really amazing, and it enables me to be quite creative with colour when it comes to wordplay. Because let's face it, when you read a lot of books, they can be very boring with the descriptions. Some books don't have descriptions, some books have descriptions that are too long. It's a very fine art of getting it right. And I like to paint beautiful pictures in your mind, but I also like to allow the reader to imagine it themselves. Oh, I thought he was alive. I'm pressing Q to come out of the slow-mo. Sorry about this, folks. I've only got 4 bullets in my favourite gun. Guess I'll have to use this one. It makes sense, doesn't it? These guys aren't dropping guns, so I'm not replenishing what I'm using, and I'm firing quite a lot. The submachine gun is not the best gun by any means, but it's pretty fun. But this game has a lot of things that I don't like about first-person shooters. You see the sway? It's very subtle, but it's moving where my reticle is. I like the illusion of sway. I like where the outer ACOG moves, but the dot doesn't. So it makes it look stylistically like it's swaying, like I'm breathing, but it doesn't affect my aim. Whereas this game literally affects your aim. And it's the same with the gun that I just had on. See this way? It's not my favourite thing in video games. I don't play games for realistic video game experiences. I just never have. Hi. Yeah, that felt pretty good. But in the first game, he would have been turned into putty. That's how powerful the gun was. Let's pop the light on to show some of the impressive lighting effects from 2009. I can't believe I've done a quick look again on a part of the game where we're taking on the most boring enemies. Then again, it's giving me armour, and I'm already armoured up. Which means we might be taking on something more fun now. So hopefully it might be the militia. But no, it's more scrubbers. It's definitely more scrubbers. Let's put that shotgun back on, shall we? I hear him. I don't see him though. There you go. Denied. Ooh, nearly. Gonna come out the grate? Yeah, that makes sense. Bad use of slow-mo there by me. There we go. Get fucked. Oh shit. Surprise. I moved my hand to scratch my head on my movement keys. I got all fucking caught with my pants down. But the slow motion in this game is not as slow, but it regenerates much quicker. So I think a lot of the aspects of tactics from the first game didn't make it into this game, because you pretty much have slow-mo in every fight, and you never really have to... Look at the movement right now. God, I hate that too. Another thing I don't remember this game doing, because this area is like having earthquakes and seismic activity because of Alma, it's messing with the screen, it's making you feel like you're doing that, and it doesn't feel good. And at the moment, it hasn't tasked me with fighting anything just yet, but the moment that it does, it's probably going to be really fucking miserable. There's another save point. There's no manual saving as well. In the original F.E.A.R, you could save at any point. It made the difficulty very fair. In this game, shitty checkpoints. I heard you, son. Don't think I didn't hear you. Oh, he blew him in half, the first piece of gore. Is that going to hurt me? Oh, the steam doesn't hurt. The fire bloody does. There's going to be another one. There can't just be one. Another thing in this game that I don't think is as good, the grenades. The grenades in the first game were amazing. Grenades in this game, not so much. It's a sad thing, isn't it, where all I'm doing is talking about how good the first game is and how this game got many things wrong. This game is still really good. It just, as I say, the biggest weakness of it is that it had to follow such a great game. Hi. Bye. Another one. Shotgun's pretty good for these guys. Against, oh, another one. Against the normal soldiers, not so great. There we go. The music here is a little bit more contained. I don't mind. I actually turned the music off because I get sick of the music doing all the fucking false horror garbage, where the music's making it sound like you're being chased by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and nothing's happening. And I just find that to be the most annoying aspect of a game. Because music is manipulative. You might not realize this, but it's true. They can make you feel all kinds of things just by the music that they play. So they want to put you in a state of unease. So they play music that makes it sound like things are happening when things aren't happening. Like right now, I think this is good music for this. It's kinda, you know, it's understated, it's just in the background, and every so often it kicks up. I think that's great. But the other music, when it's trying to be spooky, is not my favourite. Anything down here? Any reflex boosters? I was looking for mods for this game as well, because I was wondering if there'd be a difficulty mod, because you might not have realised it, but we're on the hardest difficulty. It's kind of tragic, actually. The first game is so evil in difficulty. There are enemies in the first game that can kill you instantly. One shot. Oh, it's getting spooky. Oh, hang on. Damn. That was cool. Oh, he got sprayed by the fan. Yeah, that's a programmed moment, that. Is it more of these scrubbers? He's doing it again with the camera. Yeah, it's more of the scrubbers. Damn, I picked such a bad part of the game to show you. I'm sorry, folks. I suppose it's, you know, it's just as important as every other part of the game for the game's sake. But it's not the... Oh no, that's a firefight. I remember this. This is a big gunfight. See these little pods here? Each of these brings a soldier into this room, I think. I remember it. This is a gunfight. And it's a gunfight against the replicas. This is actually a really good thing to show. This is the first encounter with the replica soldiers. And the replicas are why you play F.E.A.R. Because they are awesome. They've got the traditional lines of dialogue. They're an absolute evil enemy. And they're really fun to fight. Unlike those night crawlers in the fucking expansion, sorry. What was it? Perseus Mandate. That shit was garbage. I don't want that gun. I want this gun. Oh, I don't have enough money for that gun. Damn it. There we go. It's more like it. I forget how this kicks off. But this is wonderful. Notice how there's no music? Just sound. No music at all. The absence of music is an effect in and of itself, telling you something's about to happen. And when you hit there, it pens you in, and then the fight begins. But yeah, it's that weird captain guy on the telly. I can't remember the spawns though, and I can't see anything that's neck high. Uh oh. Harlan Wade, he's from the first game. He's Alma's father, I believe. Yeah, replicas. Nope. Doesn't he drop the lights? So are they talking about Paxton Fettel here? They're trying to turn him into a Fettel character, but he turned into a scrubber. Because it was Fettel and Point Man, wasn't it? You played Point Man. You were brothers. Alma's twins. Oh, here we go. Dude, if this window was up to my chin, I'd be much happier. Because the problem with the replicas, if you've never played F.E.A.R. before, is they flank. They flank like beasts, so you get hit from every side. I don't want anybody digging anything out of this hole that links us to Project Origin or Alma or any of this insanity. You read me? Takes a while, this, doesn't it? I can't remember when you kill him. He's probably in a robot, because those stupid robots... Here we go. Look, that guy's still alive. Did you think he should have took that many submachine gun bullets? I don't. There's him chucking a grenade at me. I turned that off just then and it still was on. Thank you for... Ooh, that hurt. There you go, buddy. Let's go get that armor. Second round. Dude, I hate this scope because you can't fucking see the screen because of it. This is a bad position, by the way. It's not. Oh, they say the same line on the first game. That's cool. Some guy shot me from the right then, I think. Nothing. Has he got a shotgun? No. There we go. I didn't play very well because I didn't know the room too well, but like I would have died there if that was the first game on Extreme because I got caught out of cover. I also got hit by a grenade. You can't get hit by grenades. It just doesn't work that way. Oh, here we go. There's another wave. That's more like it. There's another grenade. My gun made no noise just then. I think it's because the grenade went off and it's doing like the Black Hawk Down scene. Or the Saving Private Ryan. I'm suddenly completely deaf because of mortars and tank shells and things. I was gonna say, you should be dead. Whoa, you were close. Much closer than expected. See him roll through the window there? That's cool. There's Alma up in that room. I don't use grenades on PC too much. Oh wow, she burst him. Was he in control of the replicas? Alright, it's gone back to being all spooky. God, that firefight was fun. The spookiness, not so much. Firefight was great though. Because wasn't it F.E.A.R that controlled all the replica guys in the first game? I liked his voice too. He had a really cool voice actor. Dude, if you could take the ACOG, if you could swap this sight on the sub for this, it would be an infinitely better gun. Because it blinds so much of the screen with a stupid sight. And this gun is very useful, especially if you change the firing mode and make it fire like single shot. You can turn it into a really, really good gun. I like to go full auto because I can always feather the trigger. Or go flat auto and be oppressive. But everything has a lot of recoil, which is another one of those things you don't feel too often nowadays. Recoil seems to be something reserved for Battlefield. Oh, here we go. Let's go down here. Pop on. Oh. There's another save point. Should have found some armor. Oh, these are all replica pods. I remember this as well. There's a lot of shooting here, obviously. It's a damn first-person shooter, that's what you expect, right? Oops. Yeah, this has got a way better punch than the submachine gun does. And there's my armor that I needed. Did he just drop down? He did. Do you mind? I've been playing a lot of this without the slow-mo at all. Because, let's face it, the slow motion is overpowered as shit. But that's what makes the game really fun, you know. But I do think playing it without it is an interesting premise. Especially this one, because this game is so fucking easy, it's not even funny. Is that the new shotgun? It is. So this is the upgraded shotgun. And it's just as garbage as the other shotgun. Only this one is even worse, because it sounds worse. It sounds so flat. It looks nice, but it sounds so bad. Like, listen to the difference between the other guns. I can't get to the other guns, because every time I press a button it gives me a different gun. Here we go. This has a really great punch to it. Sounds great. That shotgun, like a fart. Nasty. Especially in slow motion. The guns sound great in slow motion, then you put the shotgun on, it's just like... really bad. Will, police, get down to the ground! Oh, I don't know. See what I mean? You shouldn't take that many bullets to his face. I get it, you're a super soldier. Very nice. He's still alive. Thought he was dead, because I was shooting him in the neck. But no. That's one of the great things about having the hit markers that go red to tell you when someone is dead. Because it tells you when to stop firing in the chaos. It's a really, really good piece of feedback. What do we get? ADS time on this is kind of slow. Oh, hi, guy. Quick to recover, isn't he? Damn! Still hit me. There you go. Got some nice animations when you shoot people. Definitely, it's just... It's that F.E.A.R 1 thing, guys. If you never played F.E.A.R 1 when it first came out, God, it was so good. So satisfying. It's a tough act to follow. It really is. Just like this sight can be tricky to fucking see. It's so fat. You might wonder why I never use ACOGs in like Call of Duty and everything. It's because I hate the fact I can't see the screen. I like to just have a nice dot and have a simple optic. That's why I've always been a fan of iron sights and a fan of red dots and holographics and what have you. ACOGs, just not my bag. And it doesn't even give it as an enhanced zoom. Like normally the point of having the ACOG is so that we can get, you know, more of a zoom. This doesn't zoom, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's a developer trying to imitate Call of Duty without really understanding what it means. That was a good one. That was actually one-shot kill on his face. GG, buddy. Yep. You'll notice I keep putting my fucking torch... Oh, there's me trying to turn my torch off. Thank you. The only thing that's dangerous in this game are the controls. Damn! Don't grenade yourself, Chris, or that bad things happen. That looks nice though, doesn't it? I like the shattered screen effect. I forgot it did that. Is the checkpoint good? Ah, checkpoint's not bad, is it? Can't really tell. I want to back up a little bit. I don't like where I was. Oh, there was an explosive on the thing I was taking cover behind. That's probably what killed me. Yeah, I don't think it was a gun. I think it was an explosive. There we go. But if you're wondering why I never made a guide for this, I wasn't actually on YouTube when this game came out. I did own it on Xbox 360 and I did beat it. Problem with this game is it had a really awkward tacked-on multiplayer. So I could never get all the achievements on it. Then again, I didn't get all the achievements on the first game because the first game had really difficult achievements. If you played the first game, you'll understand what I mean, because you had to do these missions, these like bonus challenge missions, where you had one life, and you had to go through like really 30-minute long missions against enemies that could instantly kill you on extreme. And I did all of the challenge missions except for one, and the one I couldn't do was just because right at the end, after fighting your way through like a dozen enemies on this rooftop, you walked into like an office building or like a building, and there was one of the armoured guys, you know, the super armoured fellas with the penetrators, and he had that particle rifle, and it could kill you in one shot. It just turns you into a skeleton. And you did that entire room, like that entire challenge map that took 30 minutes of intense gunfights just to get one shot by a dirty bastard you didn't even see. I didn't have the patience to want to do that. It was really fucking annoying. Oh, lifting objects? Is there a lift mechanic? There is. There you go. Hold E to do things. Mechanic that keeps the world turning. Right there. Fresh clip. I'm assuming we're not going to see too much more of the SMG, which is a shame, because I really like it. Oh, this is the militia fighting against the replicas. I like stuff like this. I like little wars going on between factions and things. Damn. Hi. Seems like the replicas are winning. Dude, that does some seriously bad things to your aim. I saw you. How's he still alive? You have to ignore that, guys. I fucked up my buttons. Look at that, there's no red dot. Why is there no red dot? That was weird. I'm glad I don't need it to aim. I'd have been fucked just then. Are they smashable windows? They're smashable windows. You know who I am, son? Because I wiped out the old squad. I was... What the fuck? Yeah, I think you got me, dude. I'll give you that one. That was clever. Came from above. That one you can't break. Weird. I hear glass. Is that me? Yeah, me stepping on the glass. That's cool. That's a nice effect. So because I was having problem with the slow-mo, what I did is I put it on Q, and then I put grenade toss on middle mouse. So when it comes to tossing grenades, my brain just doesn't work. I ended up not remembering how to move while holding a grenade just then, so I wasn't able to throw it very well, and my brain just farted, so that was weird. Okay. Scrub as it is. Anybody else? Oh! Would have been so much better in the first game, but I'll take it. Oh, hi guys. See if I can make up for what we did. Oh, I should have come out of slow motion then to make it go further. That would have worked. There's a pointless flamethrower that I hate. Is any armor in here? Damn, you still hit me? What's the tick rate on this server, damn it? You shouldn't have hit me, you big bitch. Gonna kick off. Like, how did he survive? That was a bullet in his dome! That was bullshit. That's what that fucking was. I think when I push forward here, it's going to trigger more dudes. I want to be very careful of that. That's what killed me last time. I believe, anyway. So we go forward, and then we go back. Yep, as expected. Way more recoil on these guns than you would expect. That looks like a really good clip spot. It's not as good as it looked. It's pretty good though. If it was a little bit higher, the enemy would have an insane time trying to shoot you here. But as it stands, they'll have a difficult time, especially if you do back and forward strafing. But for the most, it's not too bad. This is not over either, and I'm nearly out of ammo. So, just knowing how the spawn works now, I would throw a grenade at that. I would cook a grenade and try and spray all of them. And that would probably be the better way of doing it. But I'm going to run forward, and then I'm going to run back. Right. Anybody else? Yeah, there we go. Someone else is here. He might have always been there, though. Can you see him? The depth of field is fucking us right there, because we can't really see. And I'm certain I turned that off. Because I always turn that off. I don't like depth of field or motion blur. But then again, this game has got like no fucking settings to fuck with because it's garbage. Yeah. It has no PC settings. Like, what a strange PC game. Monolith have been making PC games longer than I've been alive. How the fuck did they mess this up? It doesn't make sense. F.E.A.R 1 was a PC exclusive, right? For ages before it went to console. It's so strange. Remember how you could dual wield pistols in the first F.E.A.R? Yeah, you can't do that in this. It's so weird. It's like it's a different team that made this game. I need to show you the pistol too because it's garbage. It's the worst pistol in a game I've ever seen. So, the pistol itself, it doesn't sound the best. It sounds kind of lazy. But it's not the worst thing ever. When you aim with it, look at the aimer, right? the gun has a front post on top of a Picatinny rail of kinds that's used to mount some sort of a scope. So it's elevated above the back rail, those rear posts, that help you aim. Because, you know, the purpose of back rail and front posts is so that you can get some kind of frame of reference on where the bullet's going to go, so you can judge over distances and everything. Well, look at this. You can't even see the front post. So this aim is fundamentally garbage. Like, do they not understand what the front post is meant to do? It's so weird. Like, it doesn't even look good artistically, let alone mechanically. God, it's such a bad looking gun. It really is. It was a sad day for Monolith when they were making that. And I've made a gun in 3D Studio Max. I made an Ingram, a Micro Uzi, a Mac 10. And it looked better than that piece of garbage. There's some armor there. I wonder if this is going to kick off. It's a good clip spot, this, though. Head glitched the fuck out of that. If I was a developer, when you came in here and you triggered that, I would have made either that door open, and people come from that side, or somebody come from down there. Because then you could have backed up here and killed them and been relatively safe. And if they were down there, they could have rushed you from that side, so you'd have to use this intelligently. But I guess they went with another thing, right? Maybe the gunfight is over. That sound effect lined up really nice then, didn't it, as I was opening that doorway? So we have a ton of guns from those people that we were attacking. This isn't a door. So... oh, I think we've got to do some platforming. Some mild platforming, maybe. Can't get on that bit. Get on that, right? Can't get on that. On this game, though, you can't seem to sprint and jump, because the sprint just supersedes all movement, so you've got to, like, walk and jump. It's really weird. Like, if you look, that was me pressing jump. I'm sprinting, it won't jump. You have to wait for the sprint to stop before the jump comes out. There's like a 2-second delay. It's horrible. Is it really some silly jumping section? That seems bizarre. The first game had plenty of jumping stuff, but I don't remember this one having that. Yeah, there's no mantle either, so it makes the jumping garbage. Why do we come over here? There has to be a point, right? Oh, is there a doorway that way? Oh, there's a doorway over here, my bad. I was going to say, that jump looked dodgy as fuck. Yeah. Level design in this game is nowhere near as labyrinth as some games. There's no reason to get lost. I'm just stupid. Very dark. Also very loud. There we go. Checkpoint makes it really choppy. Understood. It wouldn't let me go into slow-mo. What the fuck was that? I tried to slow them down so I could hit that barrel and kill them. Oh, still kind of worked. It's not as much as I would like. Does that spray steam when I shoot it? No. It's unfortunate. So this looks like another big gunfight area. The music's gone quiet as well, which makes me think it's trying to be tense. This is a good clipping spot too. Oh, is this the first robot encounter? This might be the first robot encounter. The robots suck. I never liked them. Yeah, I remember this. Because there's pods there. And if there's pods like that, it means that the replica guys can open. Yeah, they're opening now. That was unfortunate for that guy. Shoot! Gun! Thank you. They're all opening. Really, dude? Really? That was some straight garbage. Getting him fucking iframes as he comes out of the machine. Alright, apparently I didn't do enough damage. That was another grenade fail on my part. Can't blame the game for that one, that was me. I do like the shooting in real time. It feels so just like panicked because you're so used to the slow-mo, and then when you don't have the slow-mo it feels strange. So you're insecure about your ability, and I like that. I like feeling like I don't know whether or not I'm gonna win. So it wants me to start spinning the valves. I should probably get to that. That's a cool idea though, right? You can see the spawns. You can see the threat that's about to come. It's up to you how you deal with it. I think that's a pretty well designed little skirmish, that one. I like that one. I just wish I was a bit more intuitive with my buttons. Because I tried to chuck a grenade at my feet when I looked over here, but I turned my fucking light on. It happens, you know. I'm a scrub. This reminds me of Wolfenstein as well. It's part in Wolfenstein where there's like a big room like this. There's a lot of enemies as well. It's a very difficult section. Yeah, I did remember correctly. That's why there's all this armor everywhere. Problem is, I can't remember how to kill these things. So let's do it the old-fashioned way, right? Chuck every grenade I've got. He has a shield. That's bad news. Thank you. There's a lot of armor though. A lot of armor. There we go. It's giving me a hit marker. Dude, he can still hit me, what a beast. Not good. I'm losing this exchange. Hey, proxy mines. I don't remember those. Is it dead? There's no way it's dead, I was gonna fucking say. I remember these things taking a ridiculous amount of damage, but I don't feel like I'm hurting it. Let's run over here. I can play Ring Around the Roses all day, friend. Hey, the shield's off. This cover is amazing. This is like the ultimate hedge glitch. He can't hit me, I can hit him. Now it's a bit bad because he's on a better position than I am. It's like elevating him. As if you can just do this with your gun. Well, my aim is being affected right now. I don't know why. It's like rocking everywhere. You see it? That's not me, guys. That's the game. I'm not even moving my mouse. That was weird. Yeah, bitch. Ooh, that was cool. And he drops a submachine gun. Of course, all robots drop submachine guns, right? That's just how that works. But if you look at that, right, I went through my armor. I didn't use a single med pack. I haven't used a single med pack while I've been playing. And it's the hardest difficulty. It just seems kind of unfortunate that it's so poo-poo. So poo-poo. Especially if you played F.E.A.R. 1. You know, I keep saying it. I know there's going to be people like, oh, you're so negative about this game. Like, guys, this game is not as good as the first one. The first one was so good. Like, there's no planet where you played the first one as much as I did, where you can appreciate this game the same amount. It doesn't exist. If this wasn't a F.E.A.R, I think this game would be perfectly fine. But the fact that it is means that it has to live up to that legacy, and it seriously doesn't. Ooh. But we got him. I didn't think we would. I thought we were going to get fucked when I was shooting it and it wasn't doing anything. I should have saved my grenades for the end part. Knock his shield down, then grenade him. He wouldn't have stood a chance. So that was done. Can I now hit this and go places? No, I still need to turn them into green. So this was red, wasn't it? Yeah, this is the one we need to do. Video games, right? Who knew that we're both a soldier and an engineer? We just know what valves to turn. We played Gears of War 1, where every piece of technology in the future is controlled by a single giant turning valve. The height of sophistication in our technology is, of course, to turn a huge fucking pirate ship of a wheel on a pipe. That's how you hook up your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, everything. You just turn huge valves. That's the future.
Top, I've got something on the data net. I think it's Beckett. Oh, thank God you're alive.
I have no idea what this girl is doing.
Beckett, Tegan and Manny are en route. We're gonna try to link up at the stadium, but the streets are a mess, so we may have to improvise.
I think this is the end of the level, and the next level's topside, where it's all apocalyptic. Yeah, that was the level replica, so we just did a full level. It's a pretty short game, this one. And coming up here, I believe, is the demo level coming up. Pretty interesting, but that was it, guys. That's F.E.A.R 2. I think this is an amazing game in a lot of ways, but I just think it's a poor F.E.A.R. And it's an interesting perspective to be in, because I really liked it when it came out, and I think it's aged very well. Again? Yeah. Hi. You can shoot the rats. You know. But yeah, thank you for watching. You take care now.